Okay, let's talk about the single biggest career shift that's happening right now. Seriously, it's not about just using AI anymore. It's about learning how to supervise it. And trust me, mastering this is the key to not just staying relevant, but actually getting that big promotion you want by 2026.
Look, let's just start with the stakes, because they are incredibly high. This isn't some far-off futuristic idea. The choice is becoming very real, very fast. Are you going to be the person managing this new digital workforce, or are you going to be replaced by it? It's that simple. So, here's the wake-up call. A huge chunk of what we all call work today, the processing, the routing, the endless updates, that's all becoming obsolete. And look, this isn't about trying to scare you, it's about getting you ready for a massive opportunity. Just think about your own day for a second. How much of it is that low-impact busy work? The data says it's probably around 60%. That is more than half of your entire week spent on stuff that's quickly turning into a professional liability because AI agents can just do it faster, cheaper, and without getting tired. And this is not some what-if scenario. Not at all. Research from Deloitte shows that nearly 40% of senior leaders are already pouring money into what's called agentic AI. Now, all that means is AI that doesn't just answer a question, but can actually take a bunch of steps to complete a complex task all by itself. The money is already moving. This shift is happening right now. Okay, so this brings us to the most critical part, the pivot you need to make in your own mind. You have to stop thinking defensively, like you're just trying to save your job. Instead, think of this as an offensive play to fast-track your career by completely changing how you create value. And here it is, the single most important distinction you need to get. Right now, most people are a human in the loop. You're using AI to help you do tasks. The goal is to become a human on the loop. See the difference? In that world, the AI agents do the work, and you're the one providing the oversight, the quality control, and the big picture strategic direction. That's the difference between being a user and being a leader. So what's the prize for making this shift? How about a potential 20% salary bump? That's the kind of value companies are placing on this new role. You stop being just a person who does tasks, and you become a force multiplier for your whole team. So how do you actually do it? Well, you do it by focusing on the skills that AI just can't replicate. Not really. Think of these 5 skills as your competitive moat. It's what protects you and makes you incredibly valuable as a human supervisor. Let's break these down real quick. First, imagination. AI can't prepare for something it's never seen data on. You can. Second, adaptivity. When things go off script, AI gets stuck. You don't. Third, emotional intelligence. AI can fake empathy, sure, but it can't really get human nuance. Fourth, sense-making. AI will drown you in data. Your job is to provide the actual wisdom. And finally, the big one, ethical judgment. The really tough calls that protect the company, that's still on you. These are your superpowers. All right, now for the playbook. It's not enough to just have the skills. You need a system, a framework for applying them. This is the Agent Operations Framework, and it's the system that's going to help you speak the language of leadership and, yeah, win that next promotion. Now, this might look a little technical, but I promise the idea is super simple. First, you capture data on everything the agents are doing. Then, you process that data in real time to spot problems as they happen. Next, you analyze all that data over time to make things better. And finally, you observe everything on a single dashboard. That's it. Capture, process, analyze, observe. That's the whole system. And here is your literal cheat sheet for putting that framework to work. This is exactly what you should be saying in meetings. For example, under cost, you're not guessing, you're saying you've analyzed token usage, which is basically how you measure what the AI is costing you to find savings. Or under quality, you're flagging response consistency drift. That's just a smart way of saying you're making sure the AI's answers don't get worse over time. This is the language of value. It shows everyone you can manage these things at a strategic level. Here's a perfect real-world example. Picture an IT support team. An issue comes in, the AI agents do all the legwork, all the diagnostics. The human supervisor's job, it wasn't to fix the problem. Their job was to spend 30 seconds making a critical judgment call. Does this solution meet our security rules? That right there is the power of being on the loop. And why is that human judgment so important? Well, because the biggest risk with AI agents is scale. A human might make a mistake that affects one customer. But an AI agent, it can make that same mistake with thousands of customers, all at the same time. The supervisor is the essential safeguard against these massive cascading failures. So once you've mastered these skills for yourself, what's the next level? It's helping your whole organization adopt this mindset. And that kind of big transformation, moving a whole company from individual AI users to a fully supervised digital workforce, often requires a really strategic approach. Okay, so let's make this real. Let's turn all this theory into a concrete plan you can literally start using the minute you're done here. This is your Monday morning playbook. I'm serious. Don't just think about this, do it. Get that meeting with your manager on the calendar this week. Propose a small, manageable pilot program for an AI agent. Use that language from the table we showed you. Talk about cost, speed, and quality. Volunteer to own the reporting for an AI tool you're already using. Make yourself the person who connects the cool tech to actual business results. You know, when it all comes down to it, it's this simple. AI is going to absorb the repetitive, task-based parts of our jobs. That's happening. It's a certainty. The only thing that's not certain is what you're going to do about it. The opportunity to lead this change, to become a supervisor of this new workforce, is sitting right in front of you. The choice is yours. So the only question left is, are you ready?